This hour, we start in the Middle East for our top story. And Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, warned on Sunday that any US military action could trigger a regional war following significant US troop deployments in the Gulf. He emphasized that if the US initiates conflict, the consequences will extend beyond Iran and affect the entire region. Meanwhile, Khamenei also addressed the recent anti-government protests in Iran, calling them akin to a coup. He noted that protesters had attacked police, government institutions and religious sites. However, Khamenei also stated that the coup attempt had been quickly and effectively suppressed, ensuring the stability of the government. Joining us now to discuss this in just a second will be Major General S.B. Adana. But of course, this follows those huge protests in Iran, which led to a huge internet blackout, which saw thousands of protesters and security personnel killed across Iran, with certain human rights groups claiming the number to be over 6,000, and some even saying it is up to 20,000. The United States then built up a huge, what Donald Trump called an armada inside the Persian Gulf, with Donald Trump mulling over the use of military force in a circumstance which the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio says that the Islamic Republic of Iran is the weakest that it has ever been. Khamenei there making comments that if the United States does indeed use military force inside Iran, then it will trigger a wider regional conflict. The Islamic Republic has already said that Israel and military bases will be legitimate targets if the United States does indeed strike the country, which would of course destabilize the Middle East. Donald Trump, of course, his newly found Board of Peace, a long-time advocate for peace. This will not be music to the US president's ears, however, given his previous hawkish foreign policy in the likes of Venezuela, Nigeria and other countries, people are certainly on edge, both in Iran and throughout the region, to wait and see if the United States does indeed use that naval force, which is stationed just outside the country, on Iran. Of course, this was the largest violence that the country had seen since 1979, and we wait to see if Donald Trump responds to it. We turn next to South Asia and Pakistan.